Hi. Hello, everybody. The connection. You need the connection off. All right. There's already 4 people here. Woohoo! That's the way to start it. Excuse me 1 minute. I'm just talking about having too many things online so that it interferes with mine of the YouTube. That's all. Okay, we're trying to do a bunch of different things already, and we want to make sure that you guys are able to see us without any interruptions. So hi, Eileen. Remember, if you're here, let us know. Give us a little shout or a hi. That's all you need to do. It is Monday, March 21st. Yesterday was the first day of spring. I hope you were all able to get out and enjoy yesterday. The Holyoke St. Patrick's Day parade happened yesterday, and it sure looked like that was well attended by lots and lots of people. If you went, I hope you had a lot of fun. Hi, Brianna. Hey, Decker. Hi, Dale. We're happy to see it being such a sunny day today and happy to welcome spring. We made it. We finally made it through winter. Hi, Marie. So I love those warm days when you can really be outside, and it looks like we'll probably have a few of them. We still have some cool weather to get through, but I think that we're well on our way. I want Kate to come over here and show you right away how to do a chat. If you're watching us on YouTube, we've had a couple of people say that they don't know how to chat.
So that's our video.
There is us, and there I am, and this is weird, me seeing me. And when you look down to where?
The bottom right there, it says chat.
The very bottom of your screen, it says chat. When you touch that, it brings up your alphabet, and you can then type in whatever it is you want to say. You just have to look way down at the bottom. And it's just like when we were on Facebook Live, you can put in whatever you want. Hi, Penny. Hi, Barb.
And then I type it in, and then I enter it, and then I'm there.
And then she shows up.
Okay.
Great. So that, I just hope, answers some of people's questions. Now, when you're watching the recording, if you're not watching us live, I'm not sure that well, I know you can make comments, but I won't see them until I actually check and look at it. And that can take me a couple of days just because it's not the quickest way to get in touch with me. There's so much that I have to check and look at that looking at the comments on YouTube is not at the top of my list right now, because once this is over, it automatically posts on our YouTube channel, and I don't really have to do anything to load it up. So if you need to get in touch with me or want to tell me something, the absolute quickest way is either of the emails, linda@northamptonwools.com or northamptonwools29@gmail.com. Those I am checking like 150 times a day. I usually get lots of gold stars from both emails. You are always on your email, but that's the way to get in touch with me. Hi, Linda. Glad you could join us. So, like I said, it was the first day of spring yesterday. It certainly looks like spring in the sky, nice and sunny. Doesn't quite look that warm out. It's pretty windy there. But it's also National Flower Day. I didn't know that. Hi, Bess. Hi, Bonnie. I didn't know it was National Flower Day until it popped up on my Facebook, and it was really, thank you. I'm going to talk about what I've got on in a second, but it was really appropriate. Bye, Beth.
Thank you. Bye.
Really appropriate that it is National Flower Day, because there was something I was going to talk about flowers. Beth has brought in a begonia that Kate put a post up the other day. Our begonia bloomed, and then she went home and checked hers, and her begonias are blooming. And then Kate told me this delightful little story. She was given a cutting from a married couple that are friends of hers and her husband that have been married for probably over 50 years, but they have a begonia plant that they have had for 50 years. And they gave Kate and Patrick a cutting from that plant, sort of to help share their good wishes for Kate and Pat for having a very long and happy marriage. And I just thought that was such a sweet little gift to give. And I wonder, any of you have a plant like that? I have a ficus tree that I was given on my 40th birthday as a 40th birthday present from friends of ours. And that thing I have managed to keep alive for all of these years.
Oh my gosh, it's so
For 29 years.
Be proud.
I've kept that. I'm very proud. It's almost too tall to come in the house anymore. So I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to build an addition just for this thing because it reaches the ceiling now. But I think this year we're going to cut the tops way down. Hi, Deb. Hey, Shelley. Hey, Kathy. And Rosemary. Thank you. So a special little plant gift like that. But what I also wanted to talk about, I told you guys a while ago that I don't really like to garden that much, but I like the results of a garden. Well, what I meant by that was I don't like to get out in the dirt. I don't like to get down on the ground. I don't like dirt under my fingernails, but I do a lot of planting. I don't mind the planting because I do a lot of container gardening. Last week I told you that I like to be out on the deck a lot, especially in the summer, and that's where I knit. Well, I have a lot of containers. Like I grow lots of lettuce and basil in planters that hang off the deck. I like to have flower planters that are filled with different kinds of flowers. And I do have one particular area in our yard where I plant flowers. And even the word planting is a little bit too strong for me. I mean, I can throw stuff in containers, but I don't like get down and make a hole for each and every seed. I like to I'm a sprinkle gardener. I really am. Well, one night at home, I was feeling kind of low and doing some shopping for the store, looking around for things that would be kind of fun and different. And I came across the Bentley Seed Company. Now, Kate posted a picture of these seed packets last week, but I wanted to talk a little bit about them because the packaging is just so adorable. I found Bentley Seed Company. They said they would sell to me, even though I am not a garden store, that we're a yarn store, but so many of you do like to garden that I got a bunch of them in. And this is a woodland wildflower seed mix. So that to me says it'll grow in the shade. Sprinkle seeds, that's just right up my alley. And keep moist. Watering, I can do. I do water, but I don't weed. So there's a spring mix like this. Then we got this really fun Earth Day pollinator. I was like, perfect. Celebrate Earth Day, attract the butterflies, the bees, the birds, everything that could possibly love a flower. This also is sprinkle seeds.
Nice.
I love that. Then who doesn't love zinnias? Zinnias are, to me, the easiest flower to grow, and they are so pretty, and they make such great cut flower bouquets for in the fall, late summer and fall. When they do bloom, those will be easy. Here's the perfect one for next month. April showers bring May flowers. Let's see. Summer to fall is when it blooms. It says it's Shasta daisy and chrysanthemums. Those are really easy to grow. Again, you just scratch up the earth and sprinkle it.
So April just waters for you.
April pretty much waters for you. And then I got one particular bee feed mix. So this is Chinese forget-me-not, Siberian wallflower, coneflower, coreopsis, Indian blanket. I mean, all kinds of bergamot, asters, all kinds of beautiful little cut garden things. And then this one I thought we absolutely had to have. These are the mammoth sunflowers. If you want to show your support for Ukraine, who's not going to grow sunflowers?
Yeah.
And even if you plant 15 and only 3 come up, they're still so dramatic. And these are mammoth. So these are going to be really, really big when they do bloom. So we got a bunch of these little seed packets in. They're only $2. And I just thought it would be a fun little thing to add to the store
That'd be a really cute
for
gift,
spring.
too.
A really cute gift. If you're planning Easter baskets for friends or adult loved ones, even kids would even love this too, I think. What a great little thing to stick in their Easter basket. So we've got them all in a basket right at the table as you come in the door. And we've got quite a few of them, so they should last for a while. If we pick it up, they're in a basket like this. And like I said, they're only $2, so look through those the next time that you come in. And I thought it was just a beautiful way to kind of welcome spring. And I really shouldn't be left alone at night shopping for the store. But that is what I did. Okay, so what do I have on? It is still National Crochet Month, and I dug out some of the stuff when I was looking for a shawl to wear. I knew I wanted to wear this shirt, this nice pink shirt, and this shawl just popped out of the drawer, perfect for it. This is a crocheted shawl, and I did it a long time ago just with one of the DK weight hand dyes that we have in the store. Emma's yarn would work. Jillian Kittle's would work. The DK from Earth Yarns would work. I don't remember exactly what the pattern is, but there are several on Ravelry that are free that will work for it. And I will try to remember to put in the comments something that I think will work for it. But this one is crocheted. And although it looks like it's a yarn over, it's simply this area is simply a double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, and then double crochet, so that you end up with a very spaced out section rather than a very closed section right here. So it's basically just back and forth between doing 1 stitch in a stitch and doing 1 stitch spaced apart. Oh, look at all these people. Hey, Jen, and Linda Williams has joined us. Sally and Bess. Hi, everybody. Glad to have you here with us. So that is one thing that I have on. And then this is an old sweater too. This is a side to side done in a one of the gradient yarns. We have a lot of them. I'm going to show you one in a second. Just a big side to side with no finishing. So the edges really roll. But this one I have had for a while as well. And the fronts fall down a little bit. I think I could dig it out of the archives if you wanted to. But it was all about the color today. All about the color. Oh yeah, did you see my skirt?
Yeah.
This is one of the silk sari skirts that you can buy from a company called Darn Good Yarn. I love them. I own 5 of them because they do a sale, a big promotion out of times, but each one is reversible. So you wear it this way or you wear it this way, and so comfortable. The one problem is that it is staticky. And so I really have to spray it with, those, what's that, anti-static stuff, so that I'm not like shocking myself every time I turn around. But that's what my outfit is today. I chose it for the colors, not necessarily because we even have the yarn anymore, but the side to side is easy, and I'm pretty sure we have that in one of our books. And the crochet is a old crochet shawl. It's just one of those not triangle, but wedge. It's a wedge shape. So the other thing about, Kate's doing it.
Yeah.
She's going to come over here because I was going to show you for National Crochet, our granny square in the store is growing. Look how fun that is.
So big.
Now, this is completely and totally unplanned. I threw together a bunch of scraps from my never-ending scrap pile at home in colors that I thought would sort of relate or contrast against each other. And all of my employees have been finding a few moments every once in a while to work on it. And we've been asking customers who know how to crochet to work on it. So we've got all kinds of people all kinds of tension. We even have had 2 left-handed crocheters that have worked on it, and hopefully we'll keep it growing and growing and growing.
I'm addicted.
I think we will. I know
it's like
so
eating
soothing.
candy.
It's just so soothing and so much fun. So we have 2 more weeks of National Crochet Month, and then we'll probably just put it on the back burner, because what we want to do is be able to fill the window and display it for National Granny Square Day, which is coming up in August. But we're working like mad on that. And yeah, I am looking at my notes. Okay, so one of the things that I started this week was in this yarn. We've showed you this yarn from Trendsetter. It's called Impress, and it is a 50 cotton and 50 soy. That is a gradient dye, and it has a really, really nice feel to it. And I knew I wanted to do a model for the store, but I wasn't sure what. So I ended up finding this pattern, which is free on Ravelry. It's called Vinca's, and it is by Barocco. Now, it's written for one of Barocco's yarn, but I knew that it would be perfect for this particular yarn. And I started it, and I am done with the back.
Oh, wow.
And it knits up like this. Isn't that pretty?
Wow. It's your colors today.
I know. I know.
Oh, so when it blocks, you'll be able to see.
So when it blocks, it will really open up, and I would wear it with a tank under it, obviously. But look at how the
So
color just fades from one to the other. So very pretty, and so soft, and really, really drapey. So I think it's perfect for this summer kind of tee.
I liked the way the ribbing felt.
Yeah.
Squishy.
It does. You can feel the difference between the ribbing and the fabric. Now I'm knitting on a size 6 needle, which is what the pattern calls for. And it's not taking that long to do, because there are different stitch patterns. So this pattern is throughout it all. It's just a yarn over, knit one on one row, and on the next row you drop the yarn over and just knit the stitch. This is a little eyelet pattern in that flower shape. This is a little knot stitch that they give you very clear directions on how to do. And then the other pattern is this slanted moss stitch right here. And that's a little more involved, just because it's not so clear when you're knitting it, just which way the stitches are supposed to go. But because you're changing pattern so often, I think 16 rows is the most you do of any one pattern. It feels like it knits very quickly. And I was wondering if you find that same thing, like when you do a cable pattern and you're counting rows between the cable twists, don't you find that the knitting seems to go so much faster than when you're just doing like this much stocking net stitch? Might feel like it takes forever and ever to do. Whereas when you're doing patterns or cables, that just sort of helps the knitting move along faster. So this will be in the store. I'm not going to promise that it's going to be in the store this week, because I do have a lot of other stuff that I'm knitting, but it is halfway done, and we'll at least have that half on there. It did use just about one full skein. I have enough left over in this first skein so that I can do the finishing on the armholes and the neck edge, but it will take 2 skeins of this, and it's 460 yards per skein. It would also, 1 skein would be enough to do a great little shawl piece like this, or a big wraparound cowl for the summer, because it is very, very light and not very warm. Blocking, I am just going to steam block this. And when I wanted to tell you that when I pulled this out of the crunched up drawer that it was in, I needed to block it. Well, obviously, I was getting dressed. There wasn't time to wet block it. And so I turned the iron on, turned it to steam. I laid this out on the ironing board, put a damp towel on top of it, and just steamed it. What I really needed to do was pull out the points again and flatten it out, because I threw it in just like this, all crunched up, and then it really just needed to be opened up again. So your iron is your best friend if you're a knitter when you need to refresh stuff like that. Most important, just put a towel over your pieces before you even touch that iron to the piece. I will admit to you that I have burned a piece in the past and it wasn't mine, but fortunately I was able to save it. But you don't want that to happen to your hard work. So piece, towel, then the iron. And sometimes I even sprinkle water on the towel to create even more steam. But sometimes when you take even a sweater, sometimes it can be wrinkled or, have those fold marks and can do with a good steam. If you don't have a steam
Function.
thing that, dress places
Oh, a
have,
fancy steamer.
yeah, fancy
like a
fancy
standy
steamer,
yeah.
then you
Who
have to
has
use your
that?
iron. But that's how that works.
I didn't know people had those at home.
You can get them for home, Kate.
Oh,
You
wow.
can. Yes,
We used to
you
use them at
can.
the consignment store.
Yeah, exactly. Dress shops or places where stuff has to hang. They use those all the time. Okay, so let's see. Where am I moving here? Right there. Did you see our picture of Periwinkle Sheep? We got in the spring order of Periwinkle Sheep, and as soon as we opened the box last week, we started to sell it. And we have continued to sell it. And so I brought a few of the colors over because we got two different yarns. The Wolke, Wolke, which is a mohair and silk. It's 72% mohair and 28% silk. And I grabbed that bright yellow because, man, it is really bright. But I thought, oh, it just looks so good on the shelf. So the mohair has 459 yards. And then we paired it with the watercolors, which is her superwash merino, 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. And this one has 463 yards. We paired it, and I bought the same color mohair and wool together with the idea that people would use it for ranunculus. And a lot of people are. Now, many of you or some of you signed up for our ranunculus class, which happened yesterday. That we had a great time. We even ended up doing an extra half an hour for it. And a lot of people are using a strand of wool with a strand of mohair. So I just brought these colors over just to tease you with them. So there's this yellow and then my green. Look at that. So Periwinkle Sheep, Karen, is a hand dyer. And when that happens, you get these tonal qualities to the wool and to the mohair. And you can see how these are the same color, but they take the dye completely differently. So the silk that's mixed into the mohair takes the yarn differently than the mohair, which takes the dye. It takes the dye differently than the wool. So even though these are the same color, you get kind of a variation in the tone and the shades between them. But you can use these yarns separately, or you can hold them together. We're seeing still lots of designers combining the mohair with the wool to give that very soft halo to your garment. This color is the sheep's clothing. What a funny name for this brilliant blue.
I think it's from her logo. Her
Oh,
little
that
sheep
must be.
was
Yeah,
this-
from the Periwinkle Sheep. Those two are brilliant and beautiful together as well. And I brought one more over because periwinkle is the color, and she did a very special. This is called Grace from the Periwinkle Sheep. It's more lilac than it's showing up, I think, on the screen. But what a beautiful, soft spring color that is. What are you doing?
I'm grabbing the periwinkle.
Oh,
because she's
there is a real
sheep,
periwinkle,
and
right?
it's periwinkle color of the year according to Pantone.
There we go.
So we've got if you wanna choose the perfect shade, right?
I've
we
got
have,
them, yeah.
all the
So
shades.
we still have quite a bit, even though we have sold quite a bit. We do have quite a bit. So if you are in a ranunculus mood, or if you're in a Calliope mood, or one of the other sweaters that are out there, we've got yarn for you to do. We, like I said, we started Ranunculus yesterday. We had a great time. People got pretty far on it, or will certainly be far enough on this next Sunday to do it. And then I noticed that Casapinka has dropped a new pattern that's not the same, but similar. Top down, all of the work is in the yoke, and then it's a plain body. And did that in a DK weight yarn. So the Ranunculus is in a bulky weight, and the Casapinka one, I can't remember now what she calls it. But if you look on Ravelry on the first page, I'm sure it will show up there. Casapinka's new pattern. So there is still room. We still have some upcoming classes. The next big sweater class that we're doing is the Dustland from Stephen West. And that doesn't start until April when I get back from. Bess, are you asking me what this yarn is called? It's watercolors, and it is Wolke, Wolke. If you are looking on, I don't know, she must have a website. A lot of her colors are dyed to order, so if there will be a lot of different choices there. So Wolke is the mohair, and watercolors is the wool. Okay, anyway, Casapinka's sweater, new pattern dropped, and the Dustland, that's what I was talking about, the Dustland class, which is the Stephen West pattern. That one is done from the top down, and that is different stitches, for a short number of rows. So that sweater is going to feel like it goes really fast. That class is on the website. You can sign up on the website. We are doing that both as a Zoom and in-store class. So depending on what your preference is, you can either come here and be with us, or watch me from the comfort of your home. And then the Lull Shawl and the Mosaic Cowl will be coming up later on this month too. And there's still time to sign up for those on the website as well. So Beth just changed the windows out in our front window, and she and I and Kate made sloth plant hangers, and they are just adorable. Beth did such a great job of hanging them. So come on by and take a look at them. I could turn this thing around and maybe give you a glimpse, but you won't be able to see them real clearly because it's backlit by the sunlight. But we did sloths for the next couple weeks to represent slow fashion or slow knitting. So we're going to put a sweater in the window that's taking some time to make. But let's see, we'll try and flip it around and see if you can see the sloth.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see them. There's our sloth.
In honor of Crochet.
They've even got little spider plants in them.
So I guess I'm feeling very planty, if that's possible.
Yeah.
With our begonia and our seeds, and now our sloth plant hangers hanging in the window. They are really, really cute. That is a free pattern. No, it's not free. It is a paid pattern on Ravelry if you are a crocheter and want to have some fun with it. But we thought it would make a very fun little window. So that's basically all I've got for you guys today. The Impress does come in a couple of different shades, and you can also use, there's another yarn that is similar to it that's 100% cotton called Nuance that you could also use. But I hope you find something intriguing and inspiring, and go dig in your knitted or crocheted garment storage area and drag out something colorful to wear this week. Hope we see you in the store. And if you've signed up for one of the classes, I hope we see you in the class on Zoom. And I do record those if you're wondering. So if you can't make every class, you can watch it on the recording. And I will let you all go now. Yeah, that's it, Kate. The Wolke mohair and the watercolors fingering. And we'll talk to you next Monday, if not before. So have fun. Go knit something. Bye.